Hello, 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 everyone. Sorry, I got the live stream going a couple of minutes late. That is all my fault, not yours. But I'll go a little bit later. Just let everybody pile in here. Let me know if you hear my audio, if it's coming in loud and clear. That way I know that I'm not speaking to myself. Thank you, Stacy. Thank you, Michelle, Trader Joe. Good to see everyone. Just again, we're going to give people a couple more minutes to come on inside. So I hope everyone is having a very good week. Lots of very interesting trading opportunities happening. Okay. It's 9:02, top of the hour. I'm going to just start, and I'm going to let everyone come in as they come in. And I'm going to show you something that, again, I think is incredibly important. And for any of you guys that are premium subscribers, what I want you to do is go to your AI channel and click on the longs. This is what I have on. We have completely remodeled this AI channel, and we're working very hard on making these signals better and easier for you to get the most value out of them. I'm going to talk about what it is that we have done, how we are doing it, and Trader 77, yeah. Let's look at NVIDIA. Yeah. So I want you guys to notice something that you see on my screen, and you know that when we are giving you demos, I'm always showing you stuff that's kind of up and coming, but many of you don't have it yet. Okay. One of the things that you will notice is this right here. Okay. So what we have built in is an automated support and resistance recognition algo inside every chart. And like, for example, if you type in Intel, notice that you see both. Support is right here from yesterday, and resistance is right here also from yesterday's high. So this is kind of the high from yesterday and the low from yesterday, and these are the support and resistance lines that let you know that these are key lines. Or let me go into this. So these are key lines for you to know that as it starts to approach this, now you know why there may be volatility at these levels. And again, notice support, you can see the date, resistance, you can see the date. Notice the custom data, you can see, and this is a triple dot, where I say display main chart percentage. You already all have this. This lets you know how much it is up or down from this candle to this candle. Okay. So let's go to like Netflix. Support, resistance. So, like, that way you know what to expect as you approach it. What did we change with the AI panel? And this is so, so important for everyone to process. Okay. So, Ripman, you can, I'm gonna show you how to do it. Like, not during the webinar, but you can do it. It might need to have a custom formula, but you can do it. But basically, this is yesterday's high and low, and we have that both as alerts, and I'm pretty sure as filters as well. So that's already in there. So Robert, what you may want to do if your screen is totally different is hit X on the channel bar, okay, and go to new and then dock channel bar and then click on it, and you should be able to then see what I'm showing you or something very close. So NIVTOP, the support and resistance lines are being tested internally. This is a brand new feature that we are putting out. It will be in the new alpha release that's probably coming, I think, early next week. And this release will have a ton of new stuff for the money machine and everything else. So IQ, we have next day runner. It's an alert that you can use, and I'll talk to it. But I'm gonna let's save these types of questions for the second part of the live stream. What I want to do right now is really focus on what you're seeing and why it's so important and it's different. So we changed the view of the AI strategies. Today, it's kind of been an active day. 3 on breakout long with a 66% profitability, 50 for Mighty Mouse, 100 for Sunrise Mover, Nickelback, not doing that great. And this is what they look like. Okay, let me scroll this down. So these are all the trades today so far on the AI. If you look at them, I want to show you something that's really important. I'm going to go to the 2-minute so you can kind of see it. Notice we added what we've had before, but we added the re-entry column. Okay, so we had the signal right here was at 9:52. Because these are very volatile names with movements, 38% and things like that, we try to get you out if it goes against you, and our stop loss for these is approximately 3%. Michelle, the support and resistance will be on any chart. Okay, I'm just doing the remember NVIDIA here, just or Microsoft is not an AI call. And let me change the time frame so you can see it. It just appeared. I don't know why it disappeared. There it is. So here's the support. Here's the resistance. So in Microsoft is not an AI call. Yeah, IQ, I think we can do a lot of that, but that's also another reason why. Remember, we have lots of the things that I discuss are quickly added to our custom GPT that we have on the website. So they will be there, like the support and resistance stuff and things like that. Okay, so let's get back to where we were. Pump. Pump is up 5% from this entry signal, but you had a stop, but then a re-entry signal at 9:38. Okay. Here's another example where FLS, okay, entry at 65 had a big pullback, but then a re-entry at 64, and you are now $4 high. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to make sure that you have the most comprehensive flow of data so that when you need to, you can make the decision if you want to follow the momentum. You know, every single AI stock, whether it's a winner or a loser, has all of the characteristics to be a gigantic winner. It's just that we obviously cannot predict this because that's not the nature of the game. But you can see this broke out. So there's an immense amount of momentum here. But sometimes picking the perfect spot is very, very difficult. But the idea is that this can go to $50. I mean, Beta Bionics, especially something, you know, in this kind of field. But here you're below the stop price. But once it crosses above it and goes like to the middle, there will be another re-entry signal and it will appear right here when it's ready. Here's one that just is in, but has not been stopped because it's only 0.5% or a little bit over 0.5% away. And Lucid is the same way. You have to know that this is what happens. But just showcasing more information so that you're aware of what we're doing and what's happening. Support and resistance, re-entry prices. These are all today. By the way, these tree maps and these races also have all the signals for today. So now you can look at the AI stocks from historical and today and really get like this has moved 49 cents over this race mode. Like this is a race. You guys all understand what races do. Okay. This is a percentage race and these things are moving. So we are trying to make it so that you are able to capture as much momentum possible visually without having to look at a grid. Okay. So here, you know, and these races are 10-minute races. So the idea is that if something really starts to go, like, you know, you're going to see it. And you can make a decision for yourself. You know, is this something that I want to get in? See, like support is over here. See this R? Resistance is right here. So what I'm really trying to demonstrate is that we are moving heavily into visual and graphical pattern recognition to help you make better decisions. So CAPR just won the race, okay? And now a new race is starting. And if you don't understand how races work, the idea is that we have always believed that there is a better, more profound way to be able to look at charts other than just visually looking at charts, because our eyes don't do a great job of seeing many things at once. But a race, this is like a horse race, and this is like the horse race lineup. So here we go. QH, this thing, incredible volatility. I mean, this is the kind of stuff, you guys know that I like to play this. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna play this one right now because I'm in the middle of the live stream. But this is exactly the kind of stuff that's right up my alley. And I don't think I can, you know, you can't short this. But if you think you can play a little bit of a, you know, bounce back, I mean, this thing can go from 2 to 5. Let's see if I can have a little fun with you guys, just so that you can see that I also do some of this stuff. Oh, I forgot I'm in privacy mode. That's why it's disabled right here. Sorry, guys. It's my E-Trade account. I was going to do it live for you, but I'll do it in MM1, and we'll buy 1,000 shares because it's paper. Okay, buy now, and let's just see what happens. And well, when I come back to the MM1 account, hopefully it will all be there. Okay. So back to what we're seeing here. This is the tree map. And remember, we showcased FlowServe. So this is FLS. These are today's trades and historical trades competing for momentum. This one. Like I mean, do you guys see like why you want to be at least aware of this? I hope everybody does. You're talking about percentages like from 158 to 276. I mean, you're talking about huge percentage gains here. I mean, this is basically almost 100% from the lows. And this is the kind of volatility that makes Trade Ideas the supreme leader of momentum-based idea generation. And notice how you are seeing just the big percentage gainer of this one, and there's some other ones that do a little bit of something. This one's starting to try to do something. You can see the resistance level right there. But I want you guys to really understand that, first of all, once again, as my job to just communicate that Trade Ideas is the only company in fintech that has this type of view for momentum. So you're watching 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 charts, but effectively and focusing on where the big winners are. It's crossed above resistance. Okay. And this is the new AI channel, and we're making other improvements to it. But really, our AI is it's the supreme value engine inside of Trade Ideas because it's a signal generator. There's ideas that you can come up with, but our AI crunches numbers at night, as you guys all know. This is our premium product. It's a number cruncher that then also is doing statistical, like card counting type analysis to help you have an edge in trading throughout the day, throughout the year. And again, I'm going to quickly just showcase a little bit of why it's important for you guys to be able to see this. This is from the 12th. I mean, guys, come on. Which buy signal, Ozzy? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm sharing the AI buy signals, but I'm kind of also trying to demonstrate how the power of the software works so that everyone can see it a little bit better for themselves. And my example here is, here we bought New Era Energy at 111, and now you're talking about a stock that's 400% higher at $5.70 in 1 month, 400% in a month. Yeah, so can I share the AI buy signal, Ray? It's already in the. All you have to do is close this channel bar, open up a new one, and click on it, and you can get it yourself, and then you can pop it out. Because I'm running a test version, I don't like to get too crazy on the configuration side. If you shoot us an email, we can probably send you a link to it, but it has to do with, obviously you have to be a premium subscriber to be able to see it. Yeah, so Holly does have audio, and we're, by the way, improving that as well. But all of these trades are AI trades, either today's or historical, both. And this is a historical list, so you can see again what kind of service you're buying. Here's an example, and we're just saying that we give you examples where we give you a signal. This one took 2 days, re-entry again, and then it never saw that price again. So this is the new layout. All of these signals have the potential for this type of movement. Palette. Okay, this was just a few days ago. From 111, went as high as 227. That's over 100%, and it's currently, 28 days ago, but trading approximately 79% in different stocks, different prices. But the primary thing that I wanted you guys to see is we have redone our AI channel. So RQ, this is, if you were running trade ideas on, I don't know what people, you can run Windows stuff on a Mac, you would see the same thing. We don't have a specific Mac version at the moment, and our web-based version does not look like this. So you would have to use Parallels or something to that effect. If you want more support on that aspect, please shoot us an email and somebody can help you with that. That's not my strong suit, but I'm pretty sure that you can run all of this on a Mac through Parallels or one of those things. And you should have all the same tools, yes. Again, not my 100% strong suit in terms of knowledge base. So just shoot us an email and say, hey, I saw Dan, I have a Mac. Would I be able to use some tech that would give me the same stuff as Dan was demonstrating? Okay, Lumen. Remember, this race, and this is what's so key about this, this is not only showing you today's signals, which are right here, but this is showing you historical signals, which are also going in a way that is the easiest way to visually see them. Okay? That's our goal. We have been working very, very hard to try to make the AI just more user-friendly. And we completely redid this channel for you guys because so many people have talked to us about, we love the signals, but we want to figure out how to see it better. And this is kind of a grid type of view. And we are showing you, here's the difference. Number one, again, now you're seeing all the trades, even the ones that aren't positive right now. And you have the re-entry prices for the ones that gave you a re-entry signal. And again, it doesn't always work. Huge volatility means that you can get in, get out, get back in, and it can still go below. We're actually in the middle of doing something where we adjust this. So this is the first stop. If you're entering right here, this stop will then move, and there'll be basically like a second stop area, which it has not hit yet. So tons of stuff is happening there in terms of improving the overall use case of the AI and your ability to extract alpha from it by utilizing this interface. Being able to see these types of flows in names that are on the move, whether it's today's signals or historic signals. Okay. All right. I'm going to move this out and I'm going to show you a couple of things that I'm doing. just so you can take a look. So this is my E-Trade account, and I always like to show people what I'm messing around with. Okay. I have a USCG trade that I'm in. You know, I look at things and this is me speculating, but I'm just showing you what I'm doing. So I have a $10,000 trade at 125. I'm a little, down a little bit here, but again, I think that this one has some potential, energy, something that's in play, and I'm just sharing what I'm doing. So I'm in this one. USAR, I don't know if I mentioned it to you guys before, but I traded this one from $9 to about $32, 1,000 shares in a different account, and exited pretty well. And it has come down below 20. And so my entry price is 1982. I mean, it's still negative and it's been down. Like, this is what's kind of interesting. Just to the tune of mean reversion. Okay. If you take a look at this, you're saying 1, 2, 3. I mean, 2 pops. Then this is a big, big reversal. Okay. Big. So if you look at what I'm doing, right? I mean, you can see exactly what my thesis is. And I'm not saying I'm going to be right. I'm just saying that, hey, this is when it really started to go. Rare earth is very big in play, as you guys all know, with Trump meeting Xi in China very soon. So again, there's just lots of stuff going on in that space. And I had a great trade in it before, and I'm doing this again. So I like to share and showcase just different ways that I utilize our own tech. Yeah, net trade one, we're going to get into the money machine very shortly, and we're gonna go through it. So the other thing I mentioned before that I'm playing this JetBlue. It's been very, very, very beaten, and usually when a stock like JetBlue, which is again a pretty big company, gets beaten like this, I'm just playing a little bit of a rebound here. So again, just wanted you guys to see. Same thing with this one, Bridge Aerospace, mean reversion play was as high as this high during the pre-market, as low as this, and here we go. Does everybody see that? So one of the things that I like to demonstrate when I'm doing these demos with everyone is that I take the same risk that you take. I place trades big and small, but the thing that I think differentiates the Trade Ideas management team is I'm one of many people on our management team, and we all do this. What we do is we put ourselves in your shoes, in our subscribers' shoes, to be able to have a good product that we think is a best subscription type service for active investors. We use our own technology to be able to see if it gives us a value edge, including things like the positive or negative market pulse, where you can see like just all sorts of momentum right now. Positive and negative has been declining. Speed, things are slowing down, but the market's up and positive is still a little bit above the negative. So, just showing you what's going on. So let's jump into the money machine. Okay. So money machine settings. What we are working on right now is creating better strategies for you guys. And remember, you are on an alpha version of this technology, which means that out of the gate, we're giving you stuff to mess with that isn't specifically super ready for mass consumption. We're assuming that some of you are going to go here and configure and try to figure something out. But let's talk about what you can do. Today's Holly signal, so you can trade the signals from the AI today. Okay. Upside, pullback, pickup. We're going to do this one, and I'm going to explain what this is. Call this my pullback on the profile. Okay, upside pullback, pickup, change from the close. I can come over here and I can go to configure, and I can see what's going on here. So let's just take a look. I'm trading stocks between $5 to 500. So I like them a little bit cheaper for this demo. So let's go 1.5 to 25. Again, this is just nothing more than customization. And I'm just showing you how you can do it yourself with the 3 dots. Hopefully everybody can see that. Position in 15-minute range. So how do I know that this is a pickup? Well, the maximum position is 60% over the last 15 minutes. Okay. And I can even go further and I can say position in range. So I want it off the highs. I can even do something similar. So I'll just talk about maximum 70. Okay. So this is how you describe a pullback. Do you guys understand that position in range says if 0 is the low and 100 is the high? That's for the stock in terms of percentages. When I put in the position in range of 70, that as a maximum, okay? Just take a look. You can go, by the way, if you don't know how I did this, every filter you can say, what is it, okay? So it says, show me stocks where the price is below the low of this range, also prices, and the price is no more than 70%. So if I go to the histogram, I'm looking at 5,700 stocks, okay? So I can actually do something like, I don't want it to be on lows, obviously. So you can kind of really make this. And I hit OK, and there it is. So position in range is off lows, and let me even go a bit more. Let's go to 50. So I'm really showing you guys that there's a high level of customization that can take place here once you really get to know how to use the technology. And I'm going to hit OK, and I'm going to hit upside pullback pickup. And I'm going to say DM because that's my custom. I'm going to hit OK. My pullback Momo. So then now I'm going to say, okay, I want to look at 17 candidates, pick the best 5, boom, boom. Okay, position size 1,500. And in this particular case, I'm not using TradeWave. So I'm going to hit Save Profile. And it's going to say, you updated the profile name, a new one will be created. Okay. And I'm going to hit Start. Let's see what happens. So let's go through this. Okay. And I'm going to tell you some very exciting stuff that's coming. So let's take a look at what we bought. Now that I just hit Start, and here we go. So you see that this stock has been higher and it's pulled back, and boom, we just bought it. Okay. B bar. The stock has been high, pulled back, we just bought it. Stops are in. Boom, pull back, bought. And I can then adjust this, by the way, as I see fit, and the money machine automatically, on some of them, I may not want to lose more. But do you guys see like how incredibly powerful the configuration aspect is and what I just did? And by the way, like what we are doing is we are working really hard on the first set of configurations. So you guys want to know, I'm going to show you guys something. So money machine settings, I'm going to go right here, copy, collaborate. Let me do something real quick. So I'm going to machine settings. So this exits the positions on a stop. I'm going to save it, and I'm going to hit stop. Oh, oops, sorry. Again, alpha version. We're going to start again, but I want to explain what I'm doing. So I'm coming here, and I'm going to say copy, collaborate, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to right click and paste. If you guys understand how a collaborate link works, you can basically copy the link I just gave you and paste it and go to new. Let me just move this out of the way. New, top list. Okay. Volume, right click, collaborate, paste all, and do you see this? So these are the stocks that I'm looking in top list form. So now I can go right click, save and share to the cloud. Now I'm going to give you guys an easier link to work with. So this is a cloud link for the strategy that I just created. That's the upside pullback pickup. You guys can all now implement this same strategy in your money machine. Okay, everybody who's on the alpha version. And again, we can see we have upside momentum, but a pullback, and that's what we're buying. Upside momentum, pullback, we just bought. So this to me is, again, just some of the best kind of technology that you can have. And does everybody see like the real problem that many of you, and I want to talk really philosophically about what's going to be taking place here soon, but that Brad and I are working on. But the biggest problem individual investors have is hitting the go button, pressing go. But everyone who has what I just gave you should really try to run the money machine. Remember, we're doing it in sim, and practice this anticipation. Okay, like practice what you're seeing me do here so that you can see for yourself what it's like to participate with this tech. And remember, I got out of stuff just to stop and start. I do that quite a bit. So we lost here. This was one that we got out just because I stopped and started it. Now we're back in it. This is a way, and if you look at how much I'm exposing myself here, this is $7,500. Okay, it's not a lot of money, but I'm in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different stocks, and if you look at the momentum profiles, look at this 3, 1.2. Hertz. Something interesting is going on with Hertz. Whoops, sorry, that's DDI. Hertz looks like it's really rebounding quite nicely here. And MANK. The money machine sets you free because it allows you to try a lot of things at once, and it manages all the risk for you without any manual order entry. This is such a key component, and remember that you already, by coming in here and pressing these 3, when you've stopped it, you already are able to put in custom strategies like I just did. I took something that we started with, and Brad and I are working on a whole set of good ones for you guys, consolidation breakouts where something's been like, we want to help you catch more of this stuff like right here too, and we know how to do it. We're just utilizing the tech right now to get it out the door. But everything that happens here is something that we can track and that we can execute, and we can help you capture this type of momentum from 3 to 5. I mean, you're talking about a serious type of move. Okay. So I'm in these positions, and you can see how it's all lined up. Ooh, Dan, on my own name. There we go. All of these are potential candidates, but you're maxed out in your settings, and we're going to make it easy for you to add more. Like, also you can be like right here, and you can hit the add. Again, none of this is there yet, but I'm just kind of giving you guys the yeah, Rip Man, I know. QH, I was all over this thing earlier. And remember, we talked about this just previously. This was the first stock that we brought up, and this is one of these things. The momentum is so big that there is no tech out there that's better than Trade Ideas at spotting this. And again, if you're watching this, okay, it is impossible to miss it. You guys have to understand why the races are so powerful. So I want to talk a little bit about this one. I've been meaning to discuss this one since yesterday. So yesterday, this was a trade that was entered right here, hit the stop, hit the re-enter right around here, and then took off from 217 all the way to 284. But look what happened after. This takes place. It doesn't invalidate the technology. It just makes it makes you have to understand that we are not in the genie business. We're in the statistical analysis card counting business. Even in Vegas, the best card counters, no matter what the count is, can still potentially hit a hand that doesn't go their way. Okay. But the idea is, and by the way, still in play. Look at this. Look at this move, especially from the bottom of 175. So when you have these windows up, you are almost in a position where it's impossible for you to miss a move. Think about that for a minute. Almost impossible, because again, by virtue of, look at the size difference, okay? 28, 6, and then the rest, it's almost not important, right? When you got, so, and then the race just ended. So let's go again. So let me turn on Trade Wave as IQ had asked. Didn't I already have it on? Come on, Trade Wave. Trade Wave. Don't make me get upset. Okay. Yeah, and by the way, this Trade Wave sell signal was kind of a pretty good exit. Obviously the candle would have been over here, but we're working on. So one of the things that, just so that you guys know what the lab is involved with, is we're trying to capture more of this so that this type of candle I mean, and again, this is 1 5-minute move. This is just a huge reversal. Sometimes there's nothing you can do. But we're always looking algorithmically to try to figure out a way to help you with capturing more of the alpha. And again, this was an AI trade from yesterday, and the reason why it's not in here or here or here is because it's below the entry price, which was right here, 223. That was the entry signal, or somewhere like right around here. So just FYI, but you can always go boom, and then here's something else, like come right here. And this will appear for you. So these are the layered levels of tool technology where you see the race and you create your own price levels, beyond. I'll give you an example. I would not need to worry about it until right here. Okay, so let's go back to our money machine and see what we got going on. Okay, so we are 1, 2, 3, 3 out of 5 NBA. Not doing too much. But by the way, I mean, if you look at this chart right here, and this is why we have the picture-in-picture charts. I mean, I think we're about to get stopped out of this one, it looks like. But you can always, by the way, you can always do a little adjustment when you see it. It's strictly a personal preference. What I see is that if this thing is really trying to bounce, and I don't know if it is or isn't, I'm just saying that this looks like a bounce could happen. If it breaks out above like 7, I mean, this thing could go all the way to 14. It really could. That's why these systems are so good, because you're trying things out and you're able to participate in something that otherwise wouldn't have happened. Okay, so I just got stopped out, and that happens a ton. And now a new symbol came in. So we're still in Hertz, DBI, Dan, and you guys see this, right? As soon as something exits, and we have 3% stops on the on your risk. Because the idea is that some of these, we don't know which ones, but some of these can go like 50, 60, 70%. eBay looking like it might go above the resistance line. Set an alert, save. I mean, look at that move from 89. Okay. So the summary of what I wanted to really make sure everybody understood in today's demo is brand new AI channel focused on visualization to be able to capture the moves like you had in QH, which right now isn't doing anything, which is why it's not here. This move from the bottom, though, was huge. Beyond, attempting, and notice I've got the alert, WETH, trying to do something. I mean, this also, though, like tells you, like, look at what's possible. This is one of the things that I really love about trade ideas in general, is you're looking at the possibility of going from $1 to 3 in, just a couple of months. That's unbelievable. This view right here, for those that aren't familiar with it, is one of the most potent momentum visualization pieces of technology that is out there. And by the way, let's just go real quick. I'm going to click on, hopefully it won't crash. Come on. So every channel that we have has this view in it. And a lot of the stocks that you saw on the AI channel will also be in the explosive winners. I mean, you can see what's going on here. 32%, 17, 25%. So the idea here is that there's really, I know, right? Trader 77, I saw that too. The idea is that notice you guys, there's nothing for you to configure. I'm not sitting there right clicking and writing formulas and indicators. The whole point of this whole notion of indicators to me is completely nuts. Your eyes are the best indicators, and our tech is giving you what you should be looking at. Look at these moves. Micron. I mean, that's a huge move in Micron, by the way. Kind of along the lines of what Intel did from here to here. Notice it hit resistance. That's why these are so good. I mean, it hit this resistance and came back, never touched it. I mean, just a better way to look at market data. IBIO. I exited this one terribly today. I was in it and got out because I was basically bored, and it ended up running right as I got out. Okay, so now that we're in the final 8 minutes of our live stream, let's give me the questions. What do you guys want to know? What else can I tell you? How can I help you understand something better? This is the Q&A portion of Trade Ideas. Give me something. What can I help you with that we have not covered? We mentioned the money machine strategies are in there. They are being developed. They're being better designed so that you can use them just the way I did. I mean, I really think that this one, this is a pretty good example of how, as I mentioned before, I always start these live streams in thank you, IQ. When I start these live streams at 9 a.m. Pacific time, I'm in California, and that's one of the hardest times to kind of get anything going. So this is not a bad looking example of the money machine in action. And again, if you want to know the keys here, what we're talking about is risk management that's being done for you all on autopilot. And if it goes up, this will also, be profit save mode. It hasn't gone up enough here for the profit mode to kick in. So that's why it's still right here. But all of these things can be adjusted for your own levels. Trader Joe, I think the answer is yes, but it is a little bit tricky for a couple of reasons. But let me, you just reminded me of something important that we're working on. So right now, when I'm running the money machine, what we are simulating is market buy and market sell, which is kind of like in here, you're talking about you're losing 3 cents right away. Here, that's 1 cent spread. Here, you're talking about 4 cents. Hertz is 1. But some of these volatile stocks, they can get kind of wide. So one of the things that we're working on is for you to be able to try Money Machine with limit orders, and if they don't get filled, it just pivots to the new ones. So you try one limit, move to another limit, move to another limit. So you're basically always buying at the bid as an option. You don't want to get aggressive, and that way saving the spread. IQ, I'm trying to understand what you're saying. You like to see buy, sell, trade away flag in one place for 10 tickers? Well, okay. Tools. Hold on. New Market Explorer window. Select strategy, trade wave, and let's go 5 minutes, just as an example. Okay. So this is trade wave buy on the 5 minutes. The last ones happened approximately 9:50. So let's take a look at it. Did I put the trade wave in here or not? I thought I did. If not, I'll add it. Okay. So do you see here? So there was a little bit of a, so I don't know why this B didn't appear. There's your buy flag for Caterpillar. Here's your buy flag for Cocoa. Buy flag for EQR. So remember what I did there. And by the way, I'm going to close this. Let's go on a strategy, trade wave, daily. Okay. So let's go to CMI, new trade wave buy signal, AER, BSTZ, and we're working on a lot of customization here, so you can kind of find, bottom reversals and all sorts of stuff like that. So these are all today's, but I mean, again, we can just look through some of these. Here's an interesting one. Obviously, let me look at the 5 minute. But these are ones that, like, by the way, I mean, obviously, this one not good volume, and we're doing more on the filtering side of these. But I just wanted to make sure you knew that. So, Dean, you cannot sim trade outside of market hours. That makes it impossible because we're trying to use real-time market data to sim. So what you need to do is, if you're using the money machine and you're trying to sim, you need to be using it during market hours. If you want to, but what you can do is you can create a lot of price alerts. And in the next version of the money machine, price alerts are your own triggers, can be used as signals that you set in off hours, but you would still have to have the money machine turn on during market hours for it to work. So just make sure Dean asked the question, how does the money machine work in sim in after hours? And we specifically try not to do that because after hours, the volatility and volume and execution are just terrible. So this is really to simulate what it would be like in real life, real trading, where you are doing it the way that we're showing you. Does that make sense? IQ, I think it does. I'm not 100% sure. Pump, by the way, is today's signal, just so that everybody knows. Let me just get into it on a. So just an example of today's signal, quick exit, re-entry is right in between, right here, like 38. And now you're at 1054, up 10%. This one hit, never saw the price again. 7% and quite a bit of points on FLS. And this one is one that got annihilated from 57 to 48. And what a rebound. Whew. Okay. Branch out foods. And again, nothing is ever perfect. But this is why we have these levels. So you have the risk control. All right, good, Dean. I'm glad that you understand. All right, you guys, last final questions. We're at the end of the hour. I apologize for starting a little bit late. I didn't give people enough time. I didn't give enough people enough time to jump in. Usually I put the links out way, way early. But was working hard with Brad on a lot of this stuff. And again, just in summary, new AI screen for you. The races, so critical. So critical. Notice you can just move anything you want. Oops. You got the tree map and the race view. The most powerful visualization of momentum that you can have. All right, you guys, we have the holiday promotion going on right now for Halloween. If you're not a subscriber yet, you really ought to be a subscriber. Because again, as you can see, we take this to another level when it comes to identification of momentum. We have all these channels where whatever it is that you're looking for, we have the channel bar already, and it's not just small caps and things like that. You're talking about big names, momentum stocks, again, pattern recognition built in. We're showing you where's the support, where's the resistance. So you can quickly see what, how much room you have if you're trading any kind of a thing, whether it's blockchain, quantum computers. We have it all. IQ, I don't think we've ever had 50% discount for annual. That's not how we roll. I think the biggest we ever do is maybe close to 30, but never, ever, ever 50%. Okay, you guys, I want to thank everyone again. Really appreciate everybody coming out. So many people consistently do that, and I'm grateful for your time and your belief in trade ideas, and we appreciate it. Yeah, Ripman, the new alpha is going to be coming out soon, and we will be showcasing that to everybody, and it's going to be really, really, really something exciting. All right, you guys, love everyone. Thank you so much. Tell your friends. You guys are our VCs. We have done trade ideas since 2001. We are 24 years in the game. We've done it all ourselves. We've never raised one dime of venture capital, which is why all the people in trade ideas that started it are primarily still here. The only people that have left just left for totally different reasons, not because they didn't want to be there. But this is really a family operation, and we love that you guys are part of our family. So Alondra, the support and resistance is not in yet. I'm showcasing something that we are going to be releasing in the next alpha version. Should be out next week, I think. Okay. All right, you guys, lots of love. Thank you once again, and really appreciate everybody being here. Thank you so much. Any questions about this webinar, shoot us an email and we will help you as much as we can. Thank you.